Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Light of Light and Practical Video. I'm making this video to tell you how to, or to train you on how to use Pixellab. Alright, this Pixellab is an app used for designs on phone logos, poster, flyers, social media designs, and all sorts. So Pixellab is a very good app for this, and it is free to use. Okay, so make sure you're downloading the correct app. I'm opening. You can see, in case you search, there may be a lot of results. So this is the correct one, Pixellab pixel editor. So I've not updated it in a long time, so I would update, and then you can see this is the logo, so you could download the right one. Okay, all right, I actually cleared my my Pixellab details so that I can start afresh for this course. All right, this is the introductory class. This is just to explain the overview of this app, A to Z. The overview, not just the not actually the training, intense training. So this is just to let you know what each features or each tool in Pixellab is used for. Okay, let's begin. All right, on my screen right now I have some things below, you can see, but these are just what do I call them, templates, but not exactly template, but yeah, just simple they're similar to template, but you can't use this. As for example, you can see these are the things that are there. So to create a standard design, you can just use this and just type anything you want, but these are there just in case you may just need to type something, do something simple around this task. For example, I'm typing light. You can see automatically, because of the feature, it has shadow already, so it's just repeating what I typed. So you're just following what they have there to create your own. So these are the features of those are the functions of these things you're seeing here. So I'll start from below my screen. There are many other. The first one, the one I'm clicking right now. All right, this is the one showing all this, and then the next one is this A. This A is a text editor. All right, so it shows everything about text. You want to change text, you want to change the font, increase the size, and everything about text is in this A here. Okay, let's just do some. Let me just go to the folder. Let's do some practical. So once I select, if I select out, you can see there's nothing showing. But if I click on a text, there's a lot of other things I will show. So this is to edit the text. You want to change to something else, you can also double click to do that. All right, the next one is delete. You want to delete it. All right, so let me undo, and then the next one is copy. You want to make it to front. I'll explain the features of this one. For example, let's say you color. I'll still explain to understand better. So let's say you color this. Let's say you have two things, and then you color this. I want to make them monitor. Okay, you color this. Let's say red. You color the upper one right now. The function of this send to back and bring to front is this. Okay, you can see now this is what I have. So I'm going to send this one to the back. The one in white is now coming on top. Okay, let me use something else as an example. I'm going to insert a shape. I just want to explain the feature of that. Okay, so I have this shape. Usually this shape is already covering this thing. Once I click on the text, I can also click on it from this side. My top right corner, there's a symbol here, the one I'm clicking right now. You can see. So once you click it, you can use it to select anything you want in case the text. So let me just say, just in case this shape is covering the entire text, I can't see it, and I want to click on that text, especially the one I read. So I can just click here. So automatically I selected it, and if it's this first one I want, I'll just click here. You can see this two I'm clicking. So I can also click on this shape to select the shape. So let's say I selected this, and then I click on bring to front to bring it in front of that shape. If I send it back to go to the back. So let me say I want to bring out the white, this smaller one. So bring it to front. All right, it's already in front, but the reason why you can't see it because the shape is white and the text is white, so you can't show on each other. But I can easily change the color. I'll bring it out. You can see before there's no way I could actually move it out like this. If it is behind, if it is back, it's at back. I can't move. I can't even see it to move it. So that is the function of bringing to front and to back. Let's continue. Position. This is we want to move it. Let's say, but in the process of trying to move it, let's say this is meant to be here, and you want to move it, and it seems like it's moving too much or too slow, or depending on your interest. So you can actually use this particular icon for position to actually move it. So this point is the degree at which it is moving. Let's say I increase your highest degree. It's moving by 26 pixels. Now once I click, the rate at which it is moving is very large. I mean the gap is large. So once I click on it, so if I reduce it to the lowest, so you won't even notice that it's moving. Meanwhile, it's actually moving. If you check, you will see it's moving. Now you can see that right now the L of this red is like almost at the same point with the T of the white. So once I keep moving, you can see it's moving away. So let me now take it back and increase the space. this move by pixels. Let me go to 26. Once I click once, bam, it's already moved entirely from that T. So that is the essence of this. So I can make it 14, so it will reduce the pace. Okay, that relative position. This is the exact position you want it to be on your screen. So relative position, can play around this to get proper understanding of it. So it's the relative position on the screen. It is relative to what you're doing. So that is that. Size is just increase and reduce the size. If you don't want to use another way you can do is to click on the edges of this the outline that is given the shape. You can reduce it and increase it with this. So you can see I'm not clicking here, I'm not clicking below, I'm clicking on the shape. This is where I'm clicking. Can you see? That's what I'm clicking, and then it's affecting it. Even this the size is changing here. At the same time I can decide to move it here. I can decide to move it from this place. So the same functionality. And padding is the space within the text. All right, what am I saying is that it gives an empty space before or after your text. Left padding. All right, it gives a space before. This is on the left, so it's before the text. Right padding gives a space after the text. And color of course is to change the color to whatever you want. Texture is you want your text to have some specific picture as texture. I would use a picture to explain this. Do I have a picture I could use? Very close. Okay, let's check this. Good, I'm using this gold texture, so I'll click this mark. You can see instead of red white, it gives that gold texture what I put. So you can use any image for that. This opacity is to reduce how clear, how obvious the thing is. So if I reduce it, you can see it's almost not showing. It's not showing at all now. I'm increasing it, it's showing, it's appearing. So as you increase, so putting the opacity as like 100 means it is clearer, it is at its best way of showing. And this is to enable the shadow. That's if you use shadow. All right, rotate. This is just a simple word, rotate. So masking, you want to make some part of the object to appear or not to appear. So I'm selecting some size. So let's say for design, so when you need this for design, so I'm going to enable this. So you can see some parts of the text I'm not showing. They are like cut off. So I can decide to change the maximum to out. That means the part I cut is the part I want to appear out. So this part I want to appear in. This. So you can decide to actually make it inside too. That it is. So it appears like this. So in between those text is not showing. And then if you want it, that in between is the only thing that will show. So that is maxing. And then you can change the Bezier mode. You can decide to change the style. You can also actually edit. You can change it. You can stretch it however you want. So let's move on to where are we? Okay, font. There are many other fonts here apart from the one we have used. So you can choose from the fonts there, and also you can actually install your own font, which I'll tell you later on. So I've changed the font. Okay, style. Okay, this is for bold, italics, and underline, just in case you want to put it in italics. Okay, let me remove this masking so that you can see other things, other features. So style. Okay, this is bold is to make it bold. Italics, you can see it has the function of italics, and then underline, it has already underlined. So if you want to remove those things you have made, just click on this last T slashed. So bold, I think it's not very obvious in this picture because of the size and the stuff. So when it's already on bold, if I want to remove the bold, I'll click on this, but it's not obvious now. Italics, you can see, you remove it. Underline, you can remove it. You can actually add the 3. Okay, let's move on. Curve, you want your text to bend. All right, you can see, let's say it's used, let's say you want to create a logo or something, and then you want it to write your name around a particular shape around the logo. You can see you can change the degree of the bend in and out. Okay, moving on to text background. You want to put a background for the text, so you can change the color to gradient. That will be a mixture of colors, and you can also create your own colors, your own mixture of colors, your own gradients. So that is that. So let's go to align. Okay, this align, it won't be obvious here, but let me my name is Ambert Light of Light Empire Technologies. Okay, let's say we have this. It's too long. I'm going to click on this last dot here to reduce. So I'm trying to explain this part. This align. So automatically it's like left justified. So I'll click on left. It doesn't make any difference, so it's almost like it justifies itself. So when I click on center, you can see there's a bit of difference. The text is at center, so where the one ends, the one at the top, once it ends, the second one starts like almost, so that it will be placed at the center of each other. For example, let me bring it. You can see this is different from this. They're all starting from the right. So as it gets to the end, it just comes to the next line from the same point. But this justify this center makes it appear at the center, and then this is the right alignment. All right, this justify is to ensure that each word or each line starts at the same place and ends at the same place. Let me use this. So you can see, apart from the last line, which is which can end anywhere, other ones from the top, it will ensure that they start from the same place and ends in the same place. So they start together, the same line and the end together. So what it does is to put space in between those text, automatic spaces between those texts, so that it can be justified. So I don't use it anyway. Okay, spacing, you can space between letters or add space between words. So letters, it spaces the letters. So words, it spaces the words. So after each word there's a space, but here after each letter, like every letter, there's a distance between the first letter and the second letter. So I'm going to, and then line spacing, just like we did for the spacing of letters and words, but this one is lines, the top word and the second line, so it gives a space between them, can reduce or increase. So that is that. And then stroke is like an outline. Okay, so right now it's like it's having a black stroke. It may not be very obvious, but once you increase the stroke width to be very obvious and glaring. So shadow is similar to stroke, but you know what shadow means. So let me remove the stroke so you can see the shadow. You can see this is the shadow. It's like faint. It's how do I explain? So it's very much different from stroke. So it's like a faint kind of outline. So we'll get to use it as time goes on. Inner shadow is like shadow on the inside, so it's inner. This emboss, okay, I'm going to explain this emboss. It's like it gives a very clear effect. It's like light effect. I'm going to use it that way, like a light effect. So you can decide to increase the intensity. You will see the feature, the functionality as time goes on. Can reduce the hardness. When we use shapes and other things, you will see the effect of this. Okay, perspective is how you want your this thing to follow, your text or your picture, whatever you are using to follow. All right, so if I decide to make this perspective like this, so that means this text will appear this way. So I'll click on OK. You can see, so it's appearing. So that is the function of perspective. Moving on, 3D rotate. It's rotating in a 3D manner. Y-axis, that's left to right. X-axis, top to bottom. Oh, okay. 3D text. You want your text to be 3D, to have this perspective and oblique features. So you can see, want it to have 3D effects, you can change it to oblique. So it's like up, perspective is like down. You can change the rotation here. We'll dwell more on it as time goes on. 3D shadow. You can see, just give your 3D effect a shadow. Reflection, just to show. I showed you at the beginning of the tutorial, something like that. So it reflects the thing that we've done. Okay, I think that's all for this. Okay, moving on to the second part. These are very similar to what we have done. So let's put in a shape. You can change the shape to circle or anything. You can reduce the opacity. I've told you what opacity means. Stroke, I've told you. Stroke color, you can also change your stroke color. Blur, radius. So this is like an effect of a shadow. So I'm going to just take you to crop. Crop means you want to cut out some part, or you want to reduce, to front, I explain to back, position, relative size. Okay, the next relative size. Okay, relative size is just like relative position. Position is the position based on your screen, the position of the object based on what you have on your screen. But this is in terms of size. We'll do more on it as time goes on. Color, you want to color texture, you want to give it texture, explain opacity, color filter, stroke, eraser. This eraser, you want to erase some part of the shape. So you can see to erase like that. So you can actually make it like this. Okay, so up here on the screen, you can decide to give your eraser a shape, square or circle, and then you can reduce the smoothness, the size of the brush, and the smoothness here. So this is, as you can see this. So if I do it better, just because this is the tutorial, This is similar to the shape of Pepsi drink. So erase color. Okay, how do I explain this erase color? Let's say you have a picture that has more than one color. This erase color will be, if you click on, let's say you select white, so if you remove anything white from that picture, that's this erase color. We'll do more. Need to rotate, just means to rotate. 3D shape, 3D rotate, perspective I explained, shadow and emboss explained. So now the next one is background effect. This is just for background. You want to replace the background. So even if you are selecting another shape, a shape, and then you click on this background, and then you select, let's say you click from gallery, and then you put this. It's not going to change the shape, it's just going to change the background that you're using. Let me remove this big text that we have done before. Okay, delete. So you can see this is the background I just put. So I can decide to change the shape at which it appears to, let's say, square, so that it can be more obvious. Okay, you can see. So that is for background. And then this last one, right? Many people don't use it very frequently, but it's like effects, like picture effects. You want to have vignettes. This one is to make like black edges around your picture, your shape. You can see black edges, so that the center one will be the one that is popping out. So you can decide to edit the alpha, and you want to the range at which it's just covering. Okay, noise. You want to add noise to your picture. These pixels, these small pixels that appear. Stripes. You want to add stripes. Stripes are like lines. So this is noise, that all the small tiny pixels. So let me remove the line. Maybe you will be able to see it's better. You can see, well, you may have a very obvious now, but that's what the noise, like pixels, you can see different. That's like little noise. This was pixels, obvious. Brightness, you know what brightness is, to increase brightness, contrast, hue, saturation. These are just picture effects. Now let's go to the top of the screen. The plus icon, this you can use to add the text, add the current date, sticker, shapes, picture from gallery, and then you can also draw with your hand. This is for saving as project or as image. Saving as project means something you can actually refer back to. You can actually, if you save as image, once you save it to your image, you can adjust. It's like saving as a PDF, so you can't edit it. But once you save as a project, so it's like saving as a Word document. You can actually open it and then edit it. So you can change something. Maybe the shape you used in a particular place is not well aligned. After you have saved the picture, you now discover that the shape. So once you have saved the design as project, you'll be able to refer back to it. Or the next one is share. You want to share the picture directly. So this is cool. So you want to add this preloaded text. So let's click on this one. You can see to just bring the text. Now there's some preloaded text there. All right, this part, okay, they are just like you want to use them for gallery, full screen, use them from camera, import, export. So you would be able to practice that on your own. All right, the next one here, this pen icon is just like you want to add the text, you want to copy. There's just some of the effects that we have talked about. Delete, you want to delete whatever you're selecting. So I'm selecting this text. Once I click on this delete, it will remove it. Confirm you delete, say to delete, yes, so to remove it. So the next one here, we have the undo. So once you undo, that means undo, you are undoing the last action that you made. So this is zoom. You want to zoom in, zoom out, you want to check something. This is used for zooming. And then you can zoom out. So this is what do they call it? It divides this well, people use it for, maybe you want to get the exact line, you want your shapes or to your objects to align on a particular line. You don't want to be higher than the other, so you can use this thing. So it gives you, and can actually change the settings in case you think they are too wide and stuff. So you can actually do some editing to them. So let's see, 20. So you want to check, let's say you put a picture up on the screen, you want to check whether it's balanced on the same line and stuff. So you will utilize that as time goes on. So this, I've already talked about this at the beginning. This is like layers. Everything you have on your page appear here. So, and you may decide to hide some. Let's say that circle that we had, that we made, like link we do. So I want to make it invisible. It's not absent, it's just invisible. So let me remove this one. So it's not absent, it's just invisible. So I can decide to lock it. Locking in the sense that once I can't move it, it stays there. So I can actually move every other thing around it. But once it is on it, I can't move it. So let's say I want to move it. I have to unlock it and then click on it and then move. Sorry. Okay, they were still on zoom. You have to remove your zoom before you can do anything. So let's practice that again. I just locked it. So you can see I can't move this particular one. Rather than moving it, it's moving the one below because my hand clicks the one. So I can click, I can move this. But this very one, I can't. I can actually move this one that is below. But because I've locked it, I can move every other thing. I can't move it. So once I unlock it, I can move it any way I want. so that is locking. This is to make it invisible, to not appear. This is you want to edit it, you want to copy it, you want to change the shape, you want to bring it from big to back as well, and you want to delete it. Is this. So this one, it does not even ask for confirmation whether you want to delete, or actually you can do to bring it back. So, and then bring it to back, bring it to front. You can actually do it from here too. You can decide to bring it by just clicking on this dotted part on the left, then drag it maybe up, so to be above. So let's do some practical. You can see here, you can see the part of this circle, the top part is covering some text here. If I decide to bring it down, the text will be on it, but the reason why you won't see it is because the text are in white. So let me change the color of the text. Color. Already you can see it's appearing, but once I put this at the top, it won't show. It's covering it. So once I bring it below the text, it's show. So you can start to bring it here, here. Anyway, so that is that about introducing you to the tools of Pixellab. I would continue this in another video. So do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not, and follow me for more videos. I'm going to show you how you can actually maximize your phone to do a lot of things and even to make money for your personal self. Thank you. Do well to subscribe, invite people by sharing this video, and make sure you subscribe so you can get, and make sure those you are inviting subscribe to get more updates from Light and Tech. Thanks, and have a nice day. Bye.